1. President's rule in Uttarakhand. Did Governor push Article 356? GS Paper 2. Important aspects of governance, transparency and accountability. Why recently in news? Under Article 356, President's rule can be imposed in a state if the President is satisfied that a situation has arisen in which the government of the state cannot carry on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Defending its decision to impose President's rule in Uttarakhand, the Centre filed an affidavit before a division bench of the Uttarakhand High Court on April 4. However, not once does the 59-page affidavit talk of the governor recommending imposition of President's rule in the state. What are the highlights of affidavit filed by Centre? The affidavit has details of half a dozen reports sent by the governor to President Pranab Mukherjee. The affidavit concludes that votes have been divided and appropriation bill wasn't passed. This is nothing but a constitutional breakdown which led to the action under Article 356. The Speaker could never have presided over the House from this time onwards. Did the governor advise state ever? On March 23, the governor sent a message under Article 175(2) to the Speaker, asking him to ensure that the proceedings of the House were conducted peacefully, and the result of the voting by division shall be declared soon thereafter. The governor also directed that the proceedings of the assembly should be video recorded and the copy, along with transcripts of the proceedings, should be sent to him the same day. The report also talked about the notice that the Speaker had issued to the 9 rebel Congress MLAs under the anti-defection rules of Uttarakhand Assembly. A day later, the governor sent another report to the President, stating that the voting on the appropriation bill had not taken place in the Assembly on March 18, and that it was sent to the governor for assent only on March 28, after President's rule had been imposed, and the Assembly suspended. After all these developments, the Centre didn't mention governor's role in pushing President's role in the state. 2. What is WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption? How it works? GS Paper 2. Important aspects of governance, transparency and accountability. E-governance applications, models, successes, limitations, and potential. Citizens' charters, transparency and accountability and institutional and other measures. What is end-to-end encryption? If you are using any system with end-to-end encryption, it means that any electronic message that you send, mail/text/video et al., is scrambled in such a way that it makes sense only on the system of your intended recipient. WhatsApp had started encrypting your text messages in late 2014 itself. On April 5, it started encrypting even your calls, photos and videos. How do I check if my WhatsApp chat is encrypted? If your WhatsApp app is updated to the latest version, the older iPhones and Android versions will not have it. Encryption is active by default. To verify that your conversation with someone is encrypted, tap on the name of the contact. Conversations with those on updated WhatsApp will be shown as secured with end-to-end encryption. Chats with those on older versions will not be encrypted. How to verify if the encryption is on? Users have the option to verify after tapping on the message that says the conversation is secured with end-to-end encryption. The user can then view a QR code and a 60-digit number. It's also possible for the person you are conversing with over WhatsApp to scan your QR code or compare the 60-digit number. What about groups? Group chats will not be encrypted if even one of the group members is on an older version of WhatsApp. How is it being done? WhatsApp is using a system that encrypts each of your messages with a unique key. That means even if someone cracks one key, they will most probably get only a part of the conversation and cannot use that key to decrypt the rest of the messages in that conversation. The basis of the encryption is the Signal protocol, designed by Open Whisper Systems. Why is it a big deal? WhatsApp has 1 billion active users. That means it is next only to Facebook as a social communication tool. It has replaced text messaging for most people and voice calls for many. Events from birthday parties to terror attacks are being planned on it. Though WhatsApp never stores any of your messages or photos in a database that authorities could demand access to, unlike Google or Facebook, the possibility of interception in air remained. End-to-end encryption now makes it impossible for anyone from data thieves to legally sanction probes to sniff out the conversations in a legible form. The police are not interested in me, only in terrorists. So why bother? Sure, in most countries. But many of WhatsApp's users are in countries where that is not an assurance. And WhatsApp founder Jan Koum, who grew up in the Soviet Ukraine in the 1980s, probably understands it quite well.